All right, good morning, everyone. It is 8:27 a.m. Central Standard Time, and here is your crypto market update. Um, I woke up this morning, saw some red on my screen, and I was actually quite surprised. I thought that Bitcoin and the rest of the crypto market, as you can see here, would take another push higher. There are some outliers today. You got Synthetics that's up a little under 5.5%. EOS up a little bit, but most of the market here is down. Not down so hard. I mean, 2.5% on Bitcoin is it's decent. I mean, it's not the biggest move that we've seen. I mean, we've seen much bigger moves to the upside and the downside recently, but still a pretty nice day nonetheless so far. So anyway, daily Renkos look the same, 4 hours, still looking a little bit bullish, but we're gonna have to see. You can see really quick here, we do have this little projection bar right here that is red. We'll have to see what happens if we continue to sell off, and then the next 4 hour period closes. We will get a red brick here, which would indicate that bears have kind of regained momentum. You can see that the bulls made this little push up. We got this green brick. It looks like we're pointing up with momentum headed that way, but now we've kind of hit a snag and we're headed back down. We'll just have to see. I mean, the bulls, I wouldn't write them off just yet, but we'll have to see. This not looking good so far. On the 1 hour Renkos, you just see a little bit more of that bearish momentum coming in. You can see here a nice clear little downtrend there. If you're bullish, you really want to see the bulls break this downtrend. You want to start seeing green bricks print like starting now, heading up there. That's really what you want to see if you are a bull. You don't want to see too much red, especially printing below this area here, because this is your nearest area of demand, the nearest kind of edge of the market, if you'll have it. So definitely want to start seeing some green come in if you are bullish on Bitcoin, at least in the near future, to test the top of the range. Moving over to the candles, starting with the averages as usual. Still looking bearish here. We got a bullish crossover. It was not a significant crossover here, but we were looking bullish for a time. Had 2 days of correction, had 3 days up. First 3 days in a row that Bitcoin saw since like April. Sure, a lot of people got excited. Well, then you saw a little bit more red, some green, some red, some green. It's been pretty choppy, but overall, within this time period here, within this range, I've seen a lot more red than green, and this makes sense because we are in that upper high risk band of the logarithmic regression chart. So mathematically harder for Bitcoin to press to new highs from where it's at. So don't be surprised at these bearish days. So the market right now, you can see that we've got bulls here that are holding up this range. Made a pretty decent push from this area over the weekend. Price came in, and you can see price came out. But now, honestly, you guys, waking up, I wanted to see Bitcoin. I wanted to see Bitcoin trading up here. Maybe not up that high with that ghost feed, but I wanted to see Bitcoin trading up here this morning, at least up in here, like so, somewhere up in this range here. But we couldn't even get there, and we've got a pretty decent candle so far on the day. If we were to close today right here at 33, call it the 33.5 area, I would be predicting more downside from here. I'd be very skeptical about finding buyers here, and I'd be more likely to think that Bitcoin might finally break out of this range if we were to close right around where we're at now. But honestly, it's a ranging market. Anything can happen. Bulls can come out of anywhere. News catalysts can pop out of anywhere and drive prices higher. So it's really still anybody's game. I would still lean more on the bearish side in the near term. Again, just because it's mathematically harder for Bitcoin to push two all-time highs from where it's at right now. So that's just what I'm seeing on the daily. When you go down to an intermediate time frame, like the 4, break this down a little bit more. Bitcoin is, again, if you guys saw the video last night, I was talking about this. You can see this 60 area, or rather, I'm sorry, the 80 to 90 area. What the makers of the MFI suggested that you use 90 and 10, the values 90 and 10 as like turning points. So whenever this MFI is getting close to 80, 90 ish, that area, okay, that's a pretty hot area. I'll put that in red. Conversely, when you get down into the lower area, this would be like the 10, the 20, rather the 20 to 10 area down here. This is where the makers of this indicator suggested you would find bullish turns in price. And as you can see with Bitcoin, I was about to sneeze. Excuse me. Okay, that was weird. As you can see with Bitcoin, right here we got close to 80. Again, we got close to 80, turned around, and yet again got close to 80. We're kind of trending down, as you guys can see. Once we get to 80, we're kind of very slightly trending down on this money flow. Can't get quite as close to 80 with each successive push. So this intermediate time frame, at least when you're analyzing the money flow and using those oversold and overbought levels, pretty accurate here. We're definitely trending down the intermediate time frame, which doesn't give me a lot of confidence in any bulls that would be waiting down here. At least this MFI is indicating, hey, use a little bit of caution if you are thinking optimistically about Bitcoin right now. Again, anything can happen. Catalysts can pop in. All of a sudden demand can be created and prices can rise. But just taking a snapshot of the market right now, I would not be putting too much stock in a pretty big bullish run right now. So that's just what I'm seeing on the charts there. That is about it. I'm actually in Doge right now. Got a little short position on Doge. Enjoying that. Don't hate me for going short. It's just contracts. I trade contracts. So got a little short on Doge going on right now. There are some outliers, you guys. I mean, there are some. What you want to do is just look at this, get an intermediate chart out. Look at, you can even, if you want to swing or position trade, get a daily chart out and just keep a good eye on the levels of this money flow indicator and kind of see if price is way overextended in either direction. There might be some opportunity if you guys can go short. One here, I'm in synthetics. Look at this. This is just, I've got my eyes on this one here. Waiting for price to get up into this area here to go short, but this thing has just been on a tear. And as you can see, we put a nice high in there, and we just kind of blew through that high here. But as you can see, this money flow indicator, super overextended there. I mean, touched the 90 level 3 times, super overextended. And you can see that even though the price is pushed higher, this money flow is way lower. So synthetics, if synthetics can push a little bit higher, if it can just get there, I think the bulls will be pretty tired and we'll see a nice correction. So there are opportunities, you guys, to go long and short over all these currencies. Obviously, if you're going to go short, you need to get on, an exchange where you can trade contracts or something like that, or where you can borrow the currencies and sell high and buy back lower. You can do your research into who you want to use for that. Phemex is a good exchange, PHEMEX. You can check them out. They can help you out with contract selling. So there's opportunities. There's opportunities all across the board. Especially if you're able to and comfortable with going short the market. But yeah, if you're just looking to hold Bitcoin right now, It's a little tough. It's a little bit tough. You're sitting through. Your patience will be rewarded, trust me. But this is pretty brutal to sit through. So anyway, that's what I got. This is your market update. Um, and again, just a quick reminder: I am launching courses. I'm working on some material. It's called three-dimensional trading. It is how to keep your trading simple. There are three dimensions to trading, to the world of trading, and I just want to break those down and answer questions and just offer some official course material, stuff that you can review and go back to again and again, just to give yourself exposure to a method and an approach to the markets. So that's in the works. I want to say that something might be ready in the fall, possibly the winter, of maybe beginning of next year, would be my guess. But it all depends on how busy I am with other projects that I'm working on and stuff. But it is something that I really want to do. My heart's in it, and I really just want to do that to help you guys out. So stay tuned for that, and head over to the Patreon. It's patreon.com/simplerenko trading. You can sign up there, get all access to that for $10 a month, and you also get a class pass. So you will be one of the first to be considered for those classes once they do launch. So anyway, thanks you guys, as always, for following. Thanks for your support on Patreon, and I will see you on the next video.